All right, I am at home today. I am testing a new toy. I'm really excited. So I've been waiting for battery technology to catch up to my needs. Everything that is in the outhouse, which includes a charge controller, obviously the solar panels, the fuse box, all of those components right in this little box. I mean, how adorable. This is a pretty small battery itself. I mean, I shouldn't say pretty small. I think it's around 60 watt hours. 60 watt hours. No, I think it might be 300 and something. You know what? I'll look it up. Maybe. Oh, geez. It's called the Phoenix 300. So you think it's 300 watt hours? I have a feeling it's 300 watt hours. So I'll look it up to confirm. But this guy, Phoenix 300 by Renogy, has a connection directly to the solar panel. So I have spent the last 2 days draining this battery dry. There's absolutely nothing left in it. It doesn't have a display, so I'm going to need my clamp meter to really get a read on how much energy I'm actually getting. But I'm really excited. This is a 190 watt rich solar panel, and if this can charge in 2-3 days, I'm thinking that I'll leave it up on my land while I'm not there charging, so that when I get there, I have this little battery to basically just run lights and phones and a couple of other things. It's also kind of an early test for a DC refrigerator out there, refrigerator cooler. I wouldn't be able to use something this small. I'd need to use a much larger battery because those are typically going to blow through 48 to 75 watts. So running them full time for a week is way over the capacity of this guy. But the test will be sound, I think, and I'm really excited. It's very simple. Plug these ends into the solar panel. Input. It's hard to really see if I'm charging anything. Oh, it is. 25% light is now blinking. So it's super cloudy right now. Well, not super cloudy. It's reasonably cloudy right now. Looks like the minimum requirements are pretty low, because if I'm pulling juice off this guy now, it's a good sign. So I'm gonna have to move this inside or out front because the sun will go behind my building, and I'll do that later. And we'll see where we're at. I'm gonna do it all day so that somewhere around 6 p.m. once I can't get any more sunlight, we'll kind of check in on what the percentage is, and I'll check the clamp meter in just a moment. Okay, we're about 2.5 hours in, and I'm pretty excited. So the meter is now blinking on the 50%. So we're at least up to 25%, working our way up to 50%. It's only been 2.5 hours. The sucker will accept up to 50 watts, and it's got a power limiter, so if I'm delivering too much wattage, because this is again a 190 watt solar panel, not that I'm getting 190 watts, I'm probably getting closer to probably 50 if I have to guess. But I got to get my clamp meter back out here now that the sun's fully out. But it is moving right along, and if I can charge this whole thing in a single day, that changes things. So this is, yeah, definitely encouraging results so far. Just to go back to a couple of updates. For those of you who are subscribers, you might have noticed that the channel name changed. So I moved it over to a new brand channel that is called Bending Brook Adventures. So you don't have to do anything. All your subscriptions, all your likes, everything carried over. It's just my last name is super hard to remember. So I didn't want the channel to have my last name because then no one's going to find my videos. And all 9 of you are, I'm sure, looking all the time for my videos. So far so good. I'm going to move this out front probably in about 20-30 minutes. The sun is, as you can see, it's still okay. We have full sunlight, but it's going to go down behind the building pretty soon. But my front yard is now opened up and pretty sunny, so I'll move that soon. All right, we're pretty much at the end of the day, so I'll give you the update. It's done fantastic. Well, I think I'm somewhere around like 90, maybe even 95%. Again, it just has blinking lights, and the one that is the top is blinking now, so it's somewhere between 75 and 100, but it switched to that probably 2 hours ago, so I honestly think I'm close. I've been chasing the sun all afternoon, and looks like it's about to go behind trees that I may not be able to escape. I can back up a little bit and I'll do that just to get the tiny bit more, but I did look up the total capacity of the battery. It's 336 watt hours, so honestly I have no idea why they call it the RenG 300, because it's maybe a little bit more than that, but this is perfect. This is going to work exactly like I wanted it to. All right, I had to back up a little bit. I'm just trying to squeeze the very last of the sunlight. So I might as well give you a little review here of the RenG Phoenix 300. This is fairly new. I think this came out in June, and I have been looking for a unit like this for a while. Here are the indicator lights. You can see the 100% is blinking. That's because we're nearing 100% from 75 to 100, so I'm hoping just be solid. I want to get a full charge today. A couple of other indicator lights, AC, the D-tap or the cigarette lighter. If you have a cigarette lighter type appliance, type C, and USB. There's 3 USB ports. One's a fast charging, one is the type C PD type, so that is 60 watt in, either 100 watt out or 60 watt out. D-tap, I don't really know what D-tap is, but something tells me I'm going to find out. And then just 2 AC plugs. It's got 300 watt continuous output. That's why they call it the Phoenix 300. So okay, we figured that one out. It's 300 watt continuous output. I haven't tested that at all. I have tested the plugs, but not its output capacity. And then just some of the buttons to turn on the various different things. It does have a light on the side like a lot of these, but you know, I don't really need that. So and you just basically plug your charging wire in, and you can see this connects right up to your MC4 connectors. Very simple, very easy. I can move the battery and the panel at the same time, so I don't have to like disconnect and whatnot. I just move around as a unit. But all right, we're almost out of light, so as soon as that sun goes down, maybe I'll get one last snapshot of the sunset. It's over a condo, so it's not really a true sunset, and we'll call this test done. Guys, this is nuts. It is 7:33. Sundown was 7:31, and it is still charging. I've been out here so long. The minimum voltage requirements are 5 volts. I don't think that's accurate. I think the minimum is much lower. I don't see how I could possibly be pulling 5 volts off of a dark sky. This is crazy. That's where the sun went down, was behind those condos and the trees. But it's officially down, even if I was on the horizon. So I would say let's call it done. I'm gonna unplug it and push the power button and see what it reads. Come on. So it reads 100%, but we know because it was still charging that it's not actually 100%. So I would say we got pretty close. 95. I'm happy with this. This is going to be a great solution for me.